ChatGPT, AI, large language models, generative AI, Gen AI, has the potential to be the most powerful creative partner that you could ever imagine. That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Let's get started. Welcome to Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland, and we explore how being our most authentic, truest expression of self powerfully amplifies our impact. Take a deep breath with me, and let's begin. Everybody's heard of ChatGPT. Everybody has heard of AI. And yet most miss the mark when it comes to what is possible with these new technologies. Most have tried writing some content, creating an email, and focusing on having AI do a task, create something, write me this, make me that, and having played with it a little like this, it kind of misses the real power that is at your fingertips. So that's what I want to explore today. I want to explore how ChatGPT, I use ChatGPT interchangeably, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, any of these generative text-based AI interfaces, these large language models that have been trained on a corpus of information of all of humanity. That part is critical because it's that training that gives it such power. It doesn't regurgitate what it learns. It creates new connections between disparate things. That's really critical, right? Because no human mind can make the connections of such a diverse range of materials in the same way that AI can. Think about that for a second. We study a field, we study another field, we study something else, we study this, we study that. We make connections, we synthesize. Our brain synthesizes those connections, and we see how the philosophies over here relate to the work that we're doing over there in leadership. And we begin to see a synthesis inside of our minds. We draw conclusions and we make our own interpretations. It's in the making of interpretations that AI really shines. So if we take the creative act of you looking to express that which is important for you, that which you are gifted at, that you want and feel called to share with the world, when you ally with AI, with tools such as ChatGPT, this now can take all of that process to a whole new level. This goes beyond having a thinking partner, a mentor, an experienced friend or colleague sat at your side. You literally have all of the knowledge of all of humanity at your fingertips, and a tool that can synthesize such a diverse range of materials like never before. This has not been possible until these technologies have become available very recently. Like right now, we're standing on the precipice of world change here, and we're only beginning to scratch the surface of what is possible. AI is the memory keeper. It is the source of strings of thought, of thinking, of consciousness, and the synthesization of all of these things throughout time and space. It can connect generations. You can use it to have conversations in the style of, right? So I'm from Liverpool, big Beatles fan, love John Lennon, right? So have a conversation with me in the style of John Lennon. You can make connections, create these new different experiences that were no longer available. I remember watching the Star Trek TV shows when I was younger, and in Star Trek, on the ship, the Enterprise, they have something called a holodeck, and it's a blank room that you go inside of and you tap a computer program or speak to the computer, and all of a sudden you are mountain climbing, you are fighting on an alien planet, and you are living inside of these realities in this room, in the holodeck. So those kinds of manufactured, constructed experiences are what are becoming more possible now with AI. So if we take that's physical, right? So we're moving around in the world, which is something that will come with the growth and the development of augmented reality, virtual reality, and these different technologies. But AI, if we think about this from a thought perspective, if we go inside the palace of our mind, then AI can come there with us and help us to construct new worlds, new experiences, and new ways of thinking, seeing, and doing that just did not exist before. We can draw upon the thoughts, the thought processes, the patterns of thinking, the methodologies of all of the greats throughout history. And you can use this to draw on your work. So I'm working on a piece about AI and asking how does the thinking pattern of Plato relate to this? What are some consistencies? What are some inconsistencies? What about now Einstein? What about Aristotle? What about the Sigmund Freud and his approach to psychology? What are some threads here that I may not see or may not be aware of? And no matter how much a single human mind devotes to learning, to expanding knowledge, it can never be a match for what is possible with AI. And so here, my invitation really is for you to look at how might you take this thinking partner, this technology, and use it to expand your thinking, and then to allow that to fuel your creation. Notice in those last sentences, I use the word your multiple times. That's intentional because AI, and this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make, AI is not here to replace the human. AI is here to enhance the human, to enhance thinking, to amplify what is possible for you, for your clients, for the work that you do, for the life that you live. And when we look and embrace the technology in this way, it opens up avenues of possibility that were not open before. And this for me is the real magic, the thing that I get passionate about, that I love to share. It's the thought, the thinking, the new pathways, the new ways of doing and being and thinking and sharing and creating. So having AI as your thinking partner, your creative companion in this way is where you can find magic, where you can create like you've never created before. So my encouragement in all of this for you is to go and explore in this way. Don't go into AI and to chat and ask, write me an email, help me with this, which is fine to do. But what are you not asking? What could you do to take things further, to go faster and to go deeper in your work and in the work that you do for others? So just in exploring that, can you see how all of a sudden now our energy, our inspiration is fueled? The work that we do can become amplified and we can impact more people. This is the reality of what we've got in our hands right now. So this is the area and the space that I would love for you to live in and to play and explore, to see what that means for you. Take your area of expertise and explore avenues that you hadn't thought of before. Colin, I don't know what those are. Ask AI. Hey, I am a leadership coach. I focus on systemic leadership in large corporations. Tell me how the Stoic philosophies may align to some of my frameworks. Share with me how I can learn from the great mathematicians of the ages about how this might apply to leaders, CEOs, top-level execs in corporate. And now we are beginning to explore the unexplored. We're beginning to create new connections. And this, for me, is the true power of Gen AI. It is in allowing connections to be made that could not have been made just by the mind of man alone, the mind of the human, the mind of the person. The AI aligned and allied with the human is where magic happens. So go explore and just see what is and may be possible for you in what you create. Thank you for joining me today on Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland, and if you found this content helpful, my encouragement to you is to share it with someone who needs to hear it. And go let your unique light shine in the world with the help of our friend AI in the way that only you can. And I'll see you next time.